Hello and welcome to the Horror Hangout, a podcast where film fans watch the best and worst horror movies of all time and have a lovely talk about them. And sometimes we get together with people making new horror films and chat to them about them. And that is what we're doing today. I am here with Samira Mighty, one of the stars of upcoming horror release, Bambi the Reckoning, which is getting its premiere at FrightFest this weekend, not just once, but twice. Hi, Samira, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am good, thank you. Thanks for spending a little bit of your morning with me.
Oh, I'm excited to talk about all scary things.
And you've been out there doing it as well, doing these scary things, including sitting in front of an audience to watch your new movie for the first
Yeah.
time. I say not once but twice because Bambi the Reckoning is premiering at Fright Fest not only Thursday this week, 8:30 p.m., but also again at 11 p.m. So they've got you pulling a double shift.
I'm scared. I mean, it's going to be nerve-wracking sat with people watching yourself on a screen.
Have you had to do it with other things before? I know because you do a lot of stage acting, right? So usually you
Yeah.
have the distraction of working.
Yeah, I mean, musical theatre is very different. Once you're actually on the stage, you're performing, but this is actually sat with the audience watching live reactions, also my live reaction. So it's going to be interesting.
You feel like you're going to be hyper vigilant. You're not going to be able to watch yourself on the screen. You're going to be seeing if someone's got their phone up, like, excuse me, can you pay attention to the screen, please?
Yeah, I might just sink in my chair a bit. I mean, I'm actually also like excited because, to see the reaction of something like it's a scary, it's a scary movie. This Bambi is not for the weak. It is a lot of jump scares, so I hope that I'm with the audience in it.
Yeah, I mean, we can say this without spoiling anything. It's fairly evident from the posters and the trailers. Bambi's grown up a little bit, right?
Yeah,
He's really filled out in his old age.
he has. He's grown a bit of teeth. He's grown a bit of muscle, bit of
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
It's not what you remember.
That'll be that toxic waste in the forest.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
CEOs again, isn't it?
it
But
is.
so let's before we talk about Bambi itself, how did you get here? How did you get into horror movies? Because I know you say you do a lot of stage work already. How did this one land in your lap?
Well, yeah, I've done a lot of musical theatre. I was originally trained to be a ballet dancer, but I kind of went you and did musical theatre, and I've always kind of been in West End shows, and I was in Mamma Mia and Dreamgirls, and I kind of love performing and singing and dancing on stage, but I also love acting a lot as well because I've always done that. And then the audition just came to my lap, and I was like, okay. I actually originally auditioned for Roxanne's part, which was the lead woman. But I was just too young, apparently. I mean, thank
Well,
God
take that as a
that youth,
compliment.
that
Flick of the
youth.
hair.
Yeah, I was like, I love it. So they kind of made this character Harriet, um, and I was like, why not? I mean, I love horror movies. I watch them. It's really weird. People say that I'm really strange because I could watch a horror movie at 10 a.m. and I'll
It's
be
the
all
right
right.
way for it. It's the right way to go.
People are like, you're not okay. I'm like, I like the fear factor. I like to feel on edge. And so when the opportunity came up, I was like, why not? And yeah, just went with it.
So you've conjured that you're a horror fan. You like these horror movies. What was it like being at the other side of the camera and being in a horror movie for the first time?
Gosh, it was actually really hard because it was night shoots. So night shoots, you think that you can do it, like you think your body can do it, but it's hard because you've got to really stay alert, stay awake until, and your first scene could be at 4 a.m.
Hmm.
And you're just like, oh my God, okay, time to turn on, have a little sleep, time to turn on, let's go, let's go. And, a lot of the times it was cold and it was in the middle of nowhere, obviously, being in
Yeah,
a horror
hence
film.
being in the forest as
Yeah,
well.
in a forest. So it was like it was hard. It was hard. It was different and it was new. It was a new experience because I've never experienced anything like that before.
Yeah, we do hear a lot about the night shoots. And for anyone listening there, if you imagine what a night shoot is like, when you have an early flight and you have to get up at some god awful time to go to the airport because you're trying to go on holiday, you know how you're in a horrible haze of just disgustingness when you're in an airport. Imagine if that is also when you're trying to work.
basically that, because you know that you have to wake up, and like you would nap a little bit before maybe, but then you'd want to be on it with your lines and stuff. So I was kind of waking up. I was drinking energy drinks at like 3 a.m. I was like, girl,
Oh,
my body was messed up.
yeah, need like a holiday afterwards to recover.
Yeah, but it was interesting, and I actually felt like I was actually in a horror movie, because sometimes I was a bit scared, to be honest, of myself, because it was dark outside. I was like, this is quite scary.
Yeah, and it's like, who's this person telling me to do things like what? Stand here, scream at this? Like, okay,
Basically,
you
I was
go
like,
to
oh my
sleep.
gosh, jump out of this window, run out of here. I was like, oh my God, it's just a lot.
So, Dan Allen is our director here. What was working with Dan like?
Dan's so sweet. He's really really good direction, really good leader. And he has a good vision, I think, like, and he lets you be your character. I think that's like what's really good about um directors like Dan, is that, like, you are playing a character, but you also have to embody that, and he's going to let you do your little thing.
Okay, so
So
it kind of gives you a little bit of freedom to bring what you
yeah,
want to the scenes, right?
yeah, absolutely, and plays on your strengths. Like, a lot of the times, I'm quite an athletic girl, which they're quite lucky, because I mean, I felt like I was doing parkour at some points. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Get me in the next Marvel film. But yeah, it was really good, and I felt good. Yeah,
Yeah, and you've mentioned it, lots of physical running around, and this is a film that requires you to run away from, no spoilers, from
yeah.
a big scary deer quite a lot of the times. What was it? Because obviously there is a mixture of some practicality and some computer visuals for this movie. So from you when you're making this film, what can you see that's chasing you? Is it a
Zero,
prop?
nothing,
Zero? Nothing?
nothing. It was just run,
A
look
man with
back.
some tennis balls is after you.
No, literally nothing. I really had to use my imagination, because I remember when I saw the trailer for the first time, I was like, "Whoa, okay." Because obviously I'm running away from nothing.
So you had to really put that childhood fear in, that when you turn your light off and then have to run upstairs to go to bed or run down the corridor to get to your bedroom, you had to take that energy of
I
if
had to
I
take
turn
that.
round, there's going to be a skeleton after me, so I have to run.
Or if you've got your foot hanging out of the bed, there's a demon under there. You've got to get your foot straight in back under the duvet.
Yeah, absolutely. That is survival 101 when you're a kid. You got to be ready for that kind of terror.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you mentioned you're a horror fan, and you would quite happily sit and watch a movie at 10 a.m. Is there a particular type of horror movies you like? You got any big favorites that you come back to?
So I love like a thriller kind of one, and
Hmm.
my one of my favorite ones is Midsummer.
Wow.
It's just it's a masterpiece, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, Florence Pugh not suffering the night shoots with that one, is she? But he
N-
daytime all the
No,
time.
daytime all the time in that. But on the other hand, she has to act incredibly well, because she did so that role for me is just like amazing, because her character development is just she just turns so evil at the end. I love it. I'm like, yeah, she's herself.
Yeah, yeah, one of the all-timers, I think, and obviously she's gone on from strength to strength. You see if you can follow that same pathway now.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. And then I've got Hereditary as well, which I love. I think it's so dark and twisted.
So big Ari Aster and A24 fan, then this is the type of thing that like basically looking for some of the most disturbing things that are coming out right now. This is your 10 a.m. watch. You got your second coffee of the day there, ready to go.
Yeah, laptop up. And then I've got like other ones that are a bit like, like the Gerald's Game and stuff.
Hmm.
But I actually didn't realize that that one was meant to be scary. So I remember watching it at like when it's daytime, you can kind of be like, it's fine. I remember watching it at night being like, this looks like a good thriller. And then I don't know if ever anyone's seen
Hmm.
Gerald's Game, but that big thing, that man, the
Oh,
bone
big moon,
collector.
old moon face is coming in there.
And I remember the scene where she's on the bed and she's looking out and he's just there in the dark. And I was like, what is that? And then it comes close, and I really actually got so freaked out, and I couldn't go to the toilet.
Like I can't.
I can't leave my bed now.
I feel the poor folks at Ann Summers have probably taken such a paste into their profit margins from Gerald's game.
Yeah.
Ain't no one handcuffing anyone to the bed anymore.
I was like, well, I am never doing that in my life.
It'd be like, no, or actually, before we get down to any of this, can you just do me a quick cardio test to make sure that your ticker's doing
You're good.
okay? 'Cause, yeah, yeah, or I'm going to be holding the key. Thank you.
I just didn't expect it to be scary, and then I saw the director is the same one as It, isn't it?
Right, yes, I believe
And
so.
then
You
I
put
was
me on the
like,
spot. I'd have to look. I believe you're right.
yeah, and I was like, I'm an idiot. Of course, it's going to be scary, but I kind of love stuff like that. And my friend tricked me into watching the Terrifier 3.
Yeah, you've been changed forever.
She tricked me.
Sense of
She told me it was
cleverness.
going to be scary. But when I was in the cinema, I had to turn to her and say, "Are you okay? Why did you bring me here?"
I
It
paid money
was.
for this.
I was in shock.
Yeah, there's some people putting out. Well, you're in this now, Samira. This is your life. Get
This is
ready.
my life, and you know what? I want to be in something mad like that.
Yeah, like so really, you want to come home at the end of a preferably day shoot, absolutely caked in blood and bits
Blood.
and gore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
gonna be
want.
it's gonna be a 3 shower job to get yourself sorted for the next day.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I love it. I love it all.
Um, I feel like I don't want to miss the segue here. We even said I've now said the word cardio out loud, which
I did hear that.
also happens to be maybe
My new
is this the
song
inspiration? Yeah, Gerald's game inspired the title of your new
of
single,
my
which
new
is on
song.
Spotify now, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could actually bring back to a lot of the movie when I'm running about. I had to use a lot of cardio.
Yeah, you're basically cardio through and through at this point.
So maybe that was the inspiration for my song Cardio that just come out. For like all the things that are before, because obviously I filmed this movie quite a long time ago now.
Yeah, when you see this in Enemy, everybody, this is the true origin of this one. Real horror journalism we're finding out here. So t tell us how you transitioned. I mean, we know some of the big, some huge icons in horror, both classics and modern. Also dabble in a little bit of
Everything.
music as well. How did you make that turn to music? I know you say does the was it part of your stage acting that led to music as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've always really wanted to be a music artist. And it was always kind of like a pop star and an actress and a dancer. Those were the three. And if I
Triple
could do all
threat.
three, well, if I could do all three, I was like fantastic. And now you can. So I think I've always wanted to do it. And then over COVID time, I was kind of like, you know what, let me actually really kind of beeline for this career and try and go at it. And then I was on Celebrity X Factor before COVID, and so I kind of found a manager through that, and then kind of just went with it. And I absolutely love it. I love writing my own music, and it's a big difference between musical theatre, because musical theatre you're playing a character
Hmm.
that somebody has given you, and then obviously being a recording artist, you are your own self.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have the best of both worlds a bit.
And I guess you've got to, from other historical work as well. We've seen you on our screens. I don't know what the Venn diagram between Horror Hangout and Love Island is, but if there is
The
one, people will
same.
recognize you from there as well, right?
No. Well, Love Island's a bit like a horror movie. No, I'm joking. It's like it's something that you've got to navigate being on Love Island. But I enjoyed my time on there. But yeah, there might be a few crossovers. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, and I'm not calling out anyone in particular, there's definitely a lot of toxic waste on some of those reality shows that you get, right?
100%, hundred
Yeah.
percent. A lot of people that go on there are generally scary.
Yeah, generally scary. Not as far as I'm aware. I don't know how the good folks at ITV are for ideas. There's not been a genetically altered monster on the island yet.
No, but soon come. I'm sure there's got to be one.
Yeah, once we hit the double figures on seasons, come on, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, there's going to be some people that are applying that definitely are genetically made monsters.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that might get me in. We never know. I'll be
You
like,
should try.
I will tune in actually. Come on, get me on the on-demand button. I'll be checking
Yeah.
I'll be watching the ITV2 secondary follow-up show, the lot.
That would be interesting.
Amazing. So with this one, has this giving you the bug now. Do you reckon more horror is going to be in your future?
Oh, I hope so. I would love to be in. I love dark stuff where it's a bit like twisted and a bit, like I said, a bit culty. And I'd love to do like a culty kind of movie where it's, like a bit like, is The Sinners a horror movie?
Yeah, absolutely, it's in.
It was brilliant, and I love that kind of like the switch of personality, kind of
Yeah.
vampire-y, kind of you're human but you're not. I would love to do something like that.
The Sinners was so good, and like
It was
also just
amazing
flawless design and stuff as well. That musical section in the middle,
with the
my
Jack
goodness.
O'Connell.
Yeah.
It was like I was like when I was watching it, I was generally in shock. I was lucky enough to spend a couple days with Warner, and we got to meet Michael B. Jordan, Jack O'Connell, and stuff. And I was just when I watched the movie, I was generally in shock. I did not
Well,
expect it to be that good.
yeah, we've had such a good year for horror movies, right? Like, I'm not going to trick you like your friend dragging you off to Terrify. If you haven't caught out, we're dating ourselves when this comes out, but if you haven't managed to catch Bring Her Back or Weapons yet, both really strong contenders up there with
Bring her back.
Sinners. Yeah, Bring Her Back is an Australian movie. It's really, really good. Really, really
Ooh.
great. Sally Hawkins in it, Paddington's mum. She's
So
not so
how
nice
can
in
I
this
watch
one.
that?
I think it may still be at cinemas, but
Is that the one with the lips like that? No.
yeah, in a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a bit where he's got his lips all mashed up.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Oh, you think the lips stuck together? That is together, which is also really good.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Bring Her Back. The posters is like a little boy with a shaved head. He's got like red eyes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
really, really great. But yeah, we're doing really well for horror movies this year. So get the Rolodex out when you go in there. Take some
Yeah.
names down of the people you can work with. But really nice that you got to meet the folks from Sinners. You drop a few cards in their pockets while you were there,
Well,
saying,
yeah,
"Hey,
we weren't, I'm not sure if we were actually meant to take pictures with Michael B. Jordan, but a lot of us ran up and we were like, why not? And then I was just standing next to him and I was trying to think, how can I say, put me in your next movie?
yeah." Well, we've said it now. If you're listening, Michael,
You're
come on.
listening, Michael.
Yeah, I'm
Jason.
sure he is.
Jacob Hill. Yeah.
And we're
Um,
like, oh, I know Samira. I met her at that thing when I was down with Warner. Ever so nice about Sinners. When we get an inevitable sequel and Sinners as well. You know what? Sequel be damned.
oh
Give me a
yeah.
series.
No, I don't think
Give me a 10 episode
I don't
series of
think it
that.
needs a sequel.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. We could go on about that all day, but let's go back and talk a little bit more about Bambi and we talked just before we started recording about how, we're seeing a lot of these old children's friendly properties maybe turn into horror films. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Don't think it's a spoiler to say I think Bambi is probably my favorite of this genre I've seen so far. Um, are there any children's stories that you loved growing up that either you would love to see as a horror movie, or if you would say, "Don't you dare mess that up for me. Don't you ruin my childhood in this way, Dan."
Gosh. Well, I think Snow White could probably be turned quite dark.
Yeah,
I remember it's one of my favorite childhood movies, but I remember being like slightly terrified of the Queen.
yeah. She's a wrong
She's
one, isn't
she's
she?
scary. She's terrifying.
I mean, even, I know she has her second hottest person in the world face, but even when she's that and not the old lady that she turns into, dishing out apples, she's a mean one.
She's evil. And the thing is, I mean, it would be quite cool to see Snow White being a bit evil as well, you know?
Yeah. Really taking maybe make like a revenge thriller out this. Get, I don't know, someone like Coralie Faja to direct it and have her
Yes.
really like body horror. I mean, because I know with some things we'll conjure the spirit of Winnie the Pooh again. Obviously, those are written as children's stories and they can make them darker. I think you might have hit something on the head with like things like the Grimm's fairy tales, because actually,
Love.
because they're pretty rough anyway. Because
Yeah.
I think the original, we don't see this from the Walt Disney version for understandable reasons, sadly. But I think in the original cut of Snow White, like the written fairy story, after the Queen gives Snow White the apple and she gets all poisoned and that, the dwarves, they, because they're miners and they are, metal workers and so on, they make some red hot shoes out of metal at their forge. They make the Queen wear them and then she dances herself to death in hot shoes.
I kind of love that. I know that's so twisted to
Serves
say.
her right, though, to be fair.
She is evil, but that actually sounds like a really good movie.
I
Dances
mean,
herself to death. Brilliant.
because them are hot shoes that they put on. I mean, I don't want to
Evil,
cast
but
you.
brilliant.
I don't want to cast you in a villainous role, Samira, but you did point out you're a dancer by training.
Exactly. And get me in those red hot shoes because I will dance to the death.
There you go. I mean, what a time.
I actually,
Play.
that's, I'm going to pitch that idea.
I'll see it on your socials. Hey everyone, I want to be the Wicked Queen
Grimm's, yeah.
in a grim Snow White, please. I will dance myself to death like no one you've ever seen. Get me in them hot shoes.
Oh, wait, because there was just a Snow White that's just been released, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's Rachel
Rachel's like,
Ziegler.
yeah,
Yeah, Gadot. Yeah,
Gadot. Not, haven't seen it.
yeah. I mean, surely I haven't checked the legal paperwork, but Snow White must be fairly close to being public domain now, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Get yourself stuck in there. Right. Start the campaign now if you're a fan of Samira. Start, and you happen to be a concept artist. Put those things together. Let's take a look there. I mean,
100%.
you can start running the lines now. You'll get yourself a magic mirror. We can get this happening. We'll start the campaign.
Such a good idea.
Right, we're on board. Um, so how about so you now have run, even though you couldn't see it at the time, from from a giant a giant radioactive deer monster. If you found yourself in the woods in real life, hiding out there, what would you least like to find yourself running away from, animal style? Would it be a deer, or would you go a more exotic creature that you'd
I
least like
think it
after
would
you?
probably be like, I mean, I don't like alligators, honestly, and
Yeah,
crocodiles. I think they're so scary, like creepy. So if there was a toxic waste giant crocodile animal thing, I'm out. I'm
top tier.
surrendering. I'm surrendering myself.
Yeah, just lie down in the water.
I'll just give it to him because that's so scary. Sorry, anything like that or like a big giant shark thing. You know,
Yeah,
something in a swamp.
yeah.
That's terrifying to me. Because how
So
can you
the
tell me you can run on water and a land?
Yeah. So basically that's how the alligators and crocodiles get ahead of even your classic shark. Well, you can come out of the water.
Yeah, yeah. Shark is different. I can come out, but still, imagine turning around. There's a big anything big. I don't know why. It's just like the concept of something being big.
Yeah, a huge creature.
Yeah, or like some sort of giant ape. That's so scary.
Oh, apes are one of the worst because they're fast and they can
They're
climb.
fast and they're huge.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I was being real, I would have been able to get away from that Bambi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, what's your plan? Throw it out there. So you're in the house one day. Someone says, "Buddy Osmer, there's a Bambi outside. He's
He's
coming
coming
in."
for you.
Wait, how are you going to approach this?
I basically just have to be so quiet and ninja vibes.
Mhm.
It's not about being like, like, I feel like, no spoilers. Harriet is just annoying, to be honest. My character, she is annoying. Like, screaming all the time. She's flustered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of get rid of the Bambi, you need to be smart. Because you've got to remember as well that it's full of toxic waste. It's full of knowledge. It knows things. It can smell. It can see. It's got big mouth. You have to be very smart. And I think I would just have to like hide a lot,
Yeah.
keep an eye out, no screaming about. Be really really soft on your feet. And obviously, if it catches me in the woods, it's about those scenes where they're hiding behind the tree, and it's like
hmm
there you've got to just be so quiet, and then when you get that chance, you got to run out of there.
Yeah. You got to be like little Frodo in Lord of the Rings then when he's hiding under those leaves from those
Basically,
lads.
basically, or get and then if you see a car, drive, drive,
Yeah.
drive, drive.
Yeah, that's right. You got to get on that. I'm glad you've got a plan for this as well. And you know what? We'll give we'll give Harriet a little bit of a pass. You say she's a little bit annoying and screaming, but that kid's always on his bloody phone. Come on, mate. Come
This is
on.
true. The kid is always on his phone, and I don't even want the kid there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even my kid.
I mean, what are you doing? Like, at least put in some effort, mate. Come on.
An iPad kid,
Yeah.
not the ones.
No, no, come on. You got people that you got to engage a little bit. So serves him right.
Yeah, so
But
does.
but yeah, I mean, Harriet does have a little bit of a panic, as you say. But I'm glad to see that you haven't got that. And I like what you've done there. You're going, right, this is an animal. It's got instincts. You got to use what's up here if you're gonna
You have to.
outsmart him. I can imagine you like, you've got some of your like fragrance, whatever, putting it on something, throwing it in there. So he's going to look somewhere else, and that means you
Throw him off the scent.
creeping off.
And then also, I'm sure that Harriet would probably do this. Take another person with her and push them in front of them, and so that they get them first. So that Bambi
I
gets them
mean,
first.
it's all survival, isn't it? Because you ain't going to be faster than a deer. You just got to be faster than the other person,
Right. And that's so Harriet.
and that's cardio. That's what
And that's
it is.
cardio.
It's number one rule. It's how you survive Zombieland and now also Bambi the Reckoning.
Exactly.
Amazing. Well, Samira, just before I wrap up today, obviously, once more, we'll reiterate that if you haven't gone yet, it's obviously done well in terms of the people grabbing up tickets at FrightFest because it's going to be on twice of a set of the same evening. Once Thursday, 8:30 p.m. The second time, 11 p.m. We know Harry. We know Simura's got night shoots in her, so she'll be up for both of them. She'll be ready. She'll be looking fresh, even at what, half midnight when you get out the second one.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find my outfit now that's like, got enough space for how much popcorn I can eat,
Oh yeah,
how much fizzy
absolutely.
drinks I can drink. Like,
I mean, you got two. Are you gonna Taylor Swift it? You're gonna do a costume change, or you gonna go for one
oh,
that does both?
one that does both.
One that does both. Fair.
Because I'm gonna watch it obviously the first time, see how I feel,
Yeah.
and then analyze it the second time.
Yeah.
First time watch with audience, second time analyze.
Yeah. First time you want to be fresh. Second time, get your cocktails in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. So people will be there. Obviously they'll be around. There'll be press interviews. Hopefully, Samira, we'll see you there. We'll
Yeah,
be
definitely.
we'll be around. Um, but the big question for you, especially as you're a horror fan, I will throw this to your end as well. Probably the highest pressure question you're going to get on all of this press tour here. So, putting you in the hot seat. Not this time. You're not getting ready to survive a monster attack. Far worse than that. You've got everyone coming round. You've got your friends coming round. We do a podcast called the Horror Hangout. So, of course, people are coming to you to hang out for a horror movie, right? Everyone's coming round. You're in charge of everything. You're in
Yeah.
charge of your snacks. You're in charge of the invite list. Mixed crowd, but you're also going to be in charge of the film choice. You tell me how
Oh,
you're going to give all your friends that come round the best horror evening of their lives.
well, the snacks would all be horror inspired.
Okay.
You've got cookies with blood on them, not real blood, obviously.
Yeah, no one's
Or
hepatitis,
maybe
just a nice snack.
play the yeah. What's the real blood and what's not the real blood?
That's the dice you got to roll, mate.
And then I would have, it'd be spooky. I'd have cobwebs. I'd have that kind of dark theme. Everyone would be the drinks would be all like kind of, with the eyeballs inside,
Oh yeah, the
cocktail
eyeballs and the ice
inspired.
cubes.
Yeah, the classic. And I think I would put on a movie that's a jump scare so we could
Hmm.
all be scared. So is it called Talk to Me?
Talk to me. Yes.
So
Yeah,
that one I thought could be a possibility because that's scary.
it is scary. And I mentioned bring her back. Same people.
Really?
Yeah. So you
Okay,
know what to
so
expect now.
okay, so I'm gonna enjoy that. So that's one I think that everyone could watch because it's one that you want everyone to kind of feel the atmosphere and just be like really like anxious and stressed, and then all of a sudden jump scares, boom, 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 keep everyone on their
Yeah.
toes.
And it's a nice standalone as well, so you're not like, I thought he died in the last one. No, he's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
Like it's not like
it's
a
it's
soap opera. It's on its
yeah,
own.
and it always keeps you guessing. And then at the end, when the lights go down, someone scream and then everyone just gets scared.
Yeah. That's a good night. It's a good
It's a good
night you
time.
put together there.
Yeah.
Nice. Good work. Excellent work. Well, I will leave you to get on with your day, Samira. So thank you mostly to you. But
Thank
while we're
you.
saying thank you to folks, thanks to everyone for listening. If you still get a chance to, if you're going to be in London, you can still get your tickets for Bambi the Reckoning. Otherwise, we will share on our socials when we have the other wider releases that you'll be able to enjoy it. Thanks to Taj Easton for our theme music. You do great work, Taj. Thank you so much. And thank you to our hosts over at Acast and Rusty Quill that, keep us on the air. Goodbye for now, everybody. We will see you in London.
Bye.
Bye.